Saturday sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here we go. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And that one caught downfield by Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
We ought to just keep this line on a loop because we say it so often. First down, Tyler Boyd. He's thrived in a high-volume role for the Cincinnati Bengals, averaging almost 80 catches and 950 yards a season over the last 4.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Jackson's throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there with the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The Ravens in a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front, The front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep, Trent Taylor. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
11 MT, hey! 11 MT, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
First down, here's Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
I'm wondering.
3.5 to go, first quarter.
11 MT, 11 MT.
On second down, here's Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce and all of his 340-pound glory gets the sack.
The shutout that they pitched last week, a huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
11 MT, hey! 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
11 MT, 11 MT.
From the 36, Burrow. And that is taken in by Hurst. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hayden Hurst. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Another run here with Dobbins. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
continue. Hey, middle.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Locates Claypool on the crossing route. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Dobbins will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. On second and goal, Jackson, a quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's third and goal. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. It's Mixon on the counter, and he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
11, 11 mighty, 11, 12, 11 MT tight, 11.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long and hope someone would come free.
Here we go. On two, right?
Mixon with a first down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
11, 11, 11. 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow looking to pass. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Hey, we got to go score.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
11 Thomas. 11 empty. 11 empty.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jamar Chase, 35 yards. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Ravens.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. Back with a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Here we go. Here we go.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens.
Again, help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. 106 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 11 Thomas. 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Here we go, here we go. 11 Thomas. 11, 11, 11. 11 Mighty. 11, 90. 12, 12, 12.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Jackson on first down. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Getting there.
Order in the court. Never mind. Fuck. Look, fuck. Nah, that ain't it. That ain't it. Fuck. That ain't it.
Jackson.
And you?
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
I was like, oh, lift. Yeah.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Yeah, you too. Hey.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal.
So, continue. I gotta go back to one of the beginning of my favorite movie. Right, you didn't get anything from the session. You know what? I'm dancing. From the, I'm not Muslim, but I still want to.
Now it's Jackson.
You too.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for the Ravens touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
I got to stay attached to Diggs, but my eyes on 2 already. If a good receiver like that, Diggs, whoever, got to step on you, it's damn near ball game, right? And Josh Allen stepped up in the pocket and still slung it like 50 yards. By the time I reacted back, it was over ball game. So like when shit like that happens,
the Bengals drive about to get going. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Burrow on first down. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here we go.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, a give to Mixon. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
11 mighty. 12. 11 MT, hey. 11 MT.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards on the total.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
On 1, right?
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 1, ready?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
11 Thomas. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11.
Here's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here we go.
A Field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Mixon again, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. McPherson on for the point after. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you've just watched your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Jackson. Dobbins with it, and they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
Hey, come on.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Done.
Mixon will try the right side. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Credit that play defensively to Marcus Peters. He got downhill in a hurry.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Mixon running right. They find some open field here. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.